we thought it was somebody working on the house. And then when I came over here, I heard about a fully automatic, probably about 30 rounds come from out.
A community concerned, worried after dozens of shots are fired in the Bywater. What neighbors say about that scary scene and how it's being handled by police this morning.
Plus, Louisiana lawmakers returning to the state capitol today to begin that special session focused on redrawing Louisiana's congressional district maps. The deadline and expectations just ahead.
Cam, stop for me now, Cam.
And singing for the Saints, the Who Dat Nation gearing up for minicamp today to see their favorite players in action. The buzz behind the black and gold this morning and what you need to know about today's practice in a live report.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WDSU News This Morning.
Cam Jordan needs to find that lady.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
let her sing for him in person. She's got a great voice.
The most passionate fan base in the world, really. Saints fans, Who Dat Nation. Everybody's excited about it, and a lot of folks are going to be going out there and braving the heat today.
Yeah, Damon Singleton joining us now with a check of those temperatures as you step out the door.
Yeah, I don't think the heat's going to stop any of these Saints fans from going out there and enjoying the team, that's for sure. And it's looking pretty good right now. We've got that haze back with us once again this morning. The air quality alert is back as well. The radar picture is clear for the most part. I am expecting a little bit of rainfall this afternoon, but I've only got about a 20% chance in the forecast for today. Here's that air quality alert for the South Shore for St. Tammany Parish. If you headed to Baton Rouge today, it's in effect over in that direction as well. Goes into effect at 7 a.m., in effect until midnight tonight. Here's a futurecast showing you that rainfall potential that we've got with us for this afternoon. And there's not much across southeast Louisiana. Again, about a 20% chance. We may see some rain sweep through the area during those early morning hours tomorrow morning, but the better chance of rainfall for this week is going to be later on Thursday afternoon, mid to late afternoon hours. Maybe some pretty intense thunderstorm activity across parts of Lafourche and Terrebonne Parish tomorrow afternoon. And then into your Friday, the better chance of rainfall is down here on the South Shore, about a 30 to 40% chance. Hey, when I come back, I'm going to give you the forecast for your Father's Day weekend.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, things looking great as you're waking up and getting ready to head out the door. Let's take a live look outside together. This is our camera eye to New Orleans. Traffic moving up to speed in both directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. My Slidell drivers, as you make your way inbound to New Orleans East, no major issues along the Twin Span. Things also looking good along I-12 in both directions between St. Tammany and Tangipahoa parishes. As you travel through New Orleans East, you will start to see a stop and go ride from Bullard on your approach to Chef. Things open up and clear and quiet from Elysian Fields all the way down to that South Claiborne Avenue ramp. Making your way over from Metairie to the high rise, you will start to see a little bit of congestion I-16 eastbound, adding about 2 to 3 minutes worth of delays to your drive time. Still clear and quiet along the west bank between Avondale and Algiers, about 19 minutes. Taking a look at our surface streets, no major issues along Airline Highway. Jefferson Highway looking great on your approach to South Claiborne Avenue, and no issues on the Earhart Expressway as you make your way over to Clearview. Randy, over to you.
All right, Deja, thank you. And roads are clear in the Bywater this morning after a tense few hours overnight with dozens of gunshots heard by neighbors. And new this morning, we're getting reaction from those neighbors.
Yeah, a shocking scene overall. Take a look here. You can hear those gunshots ringing out. It's new video from a woman who was over at Bunny Park in the 9th Ward who heard those shots fired. NOPD quickly on the scene last night at Poland and St. Claude in the Bywater after many different reports of an active shooter situation. That the call was reported on Dauphine Street in Poland near the old naval station. So far, NOPD says multiple people have been detained for questioning. We also spoke with one resident who witnessed the incident.
I heard about 30 shots. I did hear fully automatic too. Yeah, I'm happy nobody got hurt because I thought somebody might have got hurt.
Now again, officials saying no victims have been reported so far in this incident, but stick with WDSU as we keep you updated on any new details.
And safety is once again topping conversations at City Hall today as the police chief, district attorney, judges, the mayor, they're all being called in to talk before the Criminal Justice Committee. So here's a live look for you at City Hall this morning. They'll be giving the leaders here updates on public safety initiatives, surveillance technology, and operational issues to really try and get a grapple on the uptick in violence that we've been experiencing here in New Orleans. We'll also hear from Orleans Sheriff Susan Hudson following the violence at the jail and the decision to shift deputies around, which actually closed court this week. The committee will also discuss an ordinance that would stop stunt shows and illegal street activity that have become all too common on city streets these days. Today's meeting starts at 10 a.m. and we will have a crew there watching those conversations. Also, ahead of today's meeting, Orleans Parish DA Jason Williams will have his final status hearing. That's ahead of his federal tax trial, which is now 1 month away. Just last week, a judge in his case ruled that he cannot claim he was indicted for racial or political reasons, and he was ordered that he cannot bring up those claims again. Williams and his former law partner, Nicole Burdett, who's also a co-defendant, are set to go to trial July 18th.
Time now 6:05, and this morning the lights are back on. Power has been restored in the Holly Grove area after an electric pole caught fire last night. More than 2,000 customers were affected and were without power for some time in Orleans Parish. One man who lives along Leonidas says he saw AT&T trucks working on the pole before it caught fire. NOFD was on scene shortly thereafter to extinguish the flames. However, the damage did cause hundreds in the area to lose power.
Because the way that thing exploded, you know, it said boom, boom. I said, oh my God, what is? So I'm glad it, you know, it wasn't working. No, yeah, it just the lights out, you know. So I don't know what you know, what made that do that, you know, cause it.
But the good news, as of this morning, power has been restored in the area. Meanwhile, over in Jefferson Parish, nearly 700 other residents were in the dark at least at one point last night over at Clearview and West Esplanade. According to the energy outage map, a broken utility pole is to blame, but power has since been restored to that area as well.
A big day in Baton Rouge. Right now, Louisiana lawmakers are preparing to head back to the state capitol for a special session to redraw those recently vetoed congressional maps. So with the state's population 1/3 black, many, including Governor John Bel Edwards, argue that there should be 2 majority black districts instead of the 1, which is under the current GOP maps. Even a federal mandate orders that lawmakers have to redraw these boundaries with 2 majority black congressional districts by June 20th. State Representative Royce Duplessis says that he is hoping this time lawmakers will be able to produce a map that fairly and adequately represents our state.
Here it is. We are back going through this special session. We're going to be spending taxpayer dollars being in session. Right now, roughly $60,000 a month is being spent on outside lawyers to defend illegal maps. This is the opportunity to get it right. But again, it's no longer optional. We're under federal court order.
Now, the session cannot last more than 5 days. Pending the outcome, a special election could force Republican U.S. Representatives Mike Johnson and Julia Letlow to run against one another.
And another gathering a lot of people are watching closely is the Federal Reserve's meeting today, which is when we may hear about another big interest rate hike. This particular announcement could be a crucial one. We know that inflation's at a 40-year high. The Fed has since been raising those interest rates in order to try to cool down spending. The latest hike could be raised as much as 3/4 of a point, something we have not seen since 1994.
There's a definite risk that the Fed will raise rates both too quickly and too far and create a recession here.
There are no very good or easy options right now for the Fed and by default for the White House.
It really is quite a challenge. The Fed has a tough job raising interest rates, making it more expensive to buy things like a home or a car without causing a recession. Now, this is the Fed's 3rd time raising interest rates this year alone.
Well, something else that's raising those temperatures. A look at the weather map. Well, we're going to give you a look at the weather map, but if you are heading out, here it is, the temperatures out there for you, those 80s and 70s, and it's just going to get warmer throughout the day. So if you are heading out to Saints mini camp a little later on this morning, you definitely want to dress for it. Maybe wear those lighter colored gear, the lighter colored clothing, because it's going to be another hot day. Still the good news though, Saints football back as the general public gets a chance to go to mini camp a little later on this morning, and folks will be getting their first look at the new and improved edition.
Yeah, some high expectations and some positivity. So what do you need to know right now? WDSU's Heath Allen. He joins us from the Saints practice facility with today's game plan. Heath, let's kick it off.
Oh, there you go. I like that whole positivity thing. You know, it starts at the top. New head coach Dennis Allen, of course, he's the guy that created the formidable Saints defense, now has control of the whole thing. He has made a few changes on defense. He's added some names like Tyrann Mathieu coming on board. The Honey Badger is here. But, you know, some of the biggest changes you're going to see are going to be on offense. Jameis Winston, of course, is back. And just as we were talking about earlier, think of Jameis with Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Alvin Kamara, Will Lutz, who is back now, all cranking on offense, and doggone it, it feels pretty good. Certainly everybody's going to have their eyes on Jameis Winston as he makes his progress.
I think he's going to be able to function and do his role. Is he 100%? Is he 95? Is he 92? I don't know what those percentages are, but I feel like he's going to be plenty healthy to do his job.
And we're going to get a chance to make that assessment just a little bit later on this morning. We're going to get a chance to put eyes on the practice today. So what do you need to know about the mini camp experience for today? Well, let's talk security. Of course, everybody's going to be subject to the hand-wand screening and bag checks before entering the practice facility. And there is just a whole list of things that are prohibited from being brought to the practice. Obviously, no weapons, no video cameras, can't have any drones or hovercraft, no coolers, no laser pens, no alien spacecraft. There's a lot of things that are on this list, and you can see them all on our website, WDSU.com. If you've got a ticket, that ticket is going to be on your phone. That will be your ticket in. Saints are now completely mobile. Look, it's going to be hot out here, so remember the hat, the sunscreen, the sunglasses. Remember to hydrate. They're going to have a cooling station out here as well because it's going to be brutal. If you think it's brutal for the guys in the field, it's going to be brutal for the people in the stands as well. But hang around. There'll be an autograph session afterwards as well. So things, as Chad was saying, really kicking off. Guys, back to you.
All right, Heath down there for us. Thank you. Meanwhile, meetings in full swing to consider COVID vaccines for more children. What's being considered among a special panel coming up next.
Plus, the January 6th special committee postponing its public hearing that was set for today. We'll have the details of when it's rescheduled and what the committee plans to focus on moving forward.
Well, a mild, humid, and hazy morning, a hot, humid, and hazy afternoon is what we're expecting. Rain chances going up between today and tomorrow. I'll tell you how high coming up in a minute.